Playing pickleball is something that anyone can do, any time of the year. If you've played pickleball, then you know how popular it has become. There is no doubt that Tyson McGuffin has more potential to become a Grand Slam champion than any other player in the sport. He has won the title 5 times and is a 4-time national champion. If you are wondering what makes him great and other pro in this game, we got you covered with these 8 power tips the pickleball pros use, but you don't. Hello and welcome to Pro Pickleball Media, your #1 spot for all pickleball content. Our channel is dedicated to the fastest growing sport in the United States, and we cover all fun and exciting things related to pickleball. So, if you love pickleball and want to learn more about it, just take a second to subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss any of our video. Now let's get right into the video. Number 8. Preparation is key. Playing pickleball recreationally or competitively, there are certain things that you can do to prepare for play and maximize your chances of success. In order to make solid contact with the ball, it's important to be alert and ready at all times. McGuffin said that your feet and hands need to be in the right position as early as possible. Getting back to your ready position after your last shot is the fastest way to improve accuracy and power. In addition, preparing your paddle and feet early will put you in the best possible position for any shot. Prepare early with your paddle and body so that you can anticipate ball trajectory and adjust your stroke accordingly. Ultimately, you will be able to deliver more accurate and powerful shots with better shot selection and control. For playing double, use secret hand signals, talk, or shout with your partner. Pickleball is a team sport, so make sure you're aware of each other's positions and intentions. Number 7. Use the lob wisely. This will be more useful for beginners and intermediate players, but professional players of pickleball still use it from time to time. Often called high-lofted shots, pickleball lob shots are shots that attempt to send the ball over the opponent by hitting it high and deep to land in the backcourt. As defined by USA Pickleball, the lob is a lofted shot that is sent high overhead and deep into the court. The lob can catch your opponents off guard because it's a risky high-reward shot. You use this pickleball shot to move your opponent away from the non-volley line or kitchen and give yourself extra time to set up for your next shot. Be careful though. If your lob isn't tall or deep enough, you'll run around like crazy trying to catch those shots flying past. So use it wisely. Number 6. Don't afraid to control the kitchen. It's important to learn the kitchen area of the court if you are new to pickleball. It's also called the non-volley zone, and it's your friend. Don't be afraid to smash balls here. Keeping up your distance from the net will allow you to volley those shots and keep your opponents guessing. Make sure you don't step into the kitchen when you are hitting a volley. McGuffin says that the kitchen line is the key to pickleball strategy. He said that no matter how good a team is at controlling the kitchen line, they have an enormous advantage. It's not necessary to stay away from the kitchen when you're a pickleball newbie. However, you still need to follow the rules regarding the kitchen. If the ball bounces, you can go into the kitchen to hit it. As Catherine Parenteau said, you can hit balls without letting them bounce. Number 5. Do the split step. Usually a split step occurs when you stop or get your legs wide in an athletic posture for tennis. In pickleball, it's similar to a jump step, where your legs are wide and down, but you stop your momentum. Although it's not as pronounced as in tennis, it's still a wide athletic stop. In the transition zone from the baseline to the kitchen or non-volley zone, you use this most often. Whenever your opponent hits the ball, you will do a small split or stop so that you can react and move to whatever direction they have now hit the ball. As a result, you can adjust to wherever the ball was hit. This technique allows you to cover more ground and hit the ball more effectively. It is like hopping before your opponent hits the ball, so you want to be light on your feet so you can pivot to the ball quickly. Pickleball players often aim the ball at their feet because they are harder shots to return, so you need to prepare by split stepping. Standing straight up would make it difficult to react quickly enough to make contact with the ball. By splitting stepping, you are already lower to the ground, so you can react faster to the ball. Number 4. Make sure you move your feet. In addition to keeping balance and hitting better shots, good footwork and positioning allow players to recover faster and prepare for the next shot. From Anna Lee Waters to Mircea Moreriu, all pro pickleball players emphasize the importance of footwork. To set up your shot from the ground up, move your feet to be behind the pickleball. Basically, by positioning yourself behind the pickleball, you will be able to hit the pickleball out in front of your body. In addition, your shots will have more speed and power, and you will be able to stay as balanced as possible while preparing for the next shot. It is more difficult to change direction when you take large steps, so take small, balanced steps instead. If you do this, you will be able to split step faster in between each shot, as well as reduce the amount of time it takes to change directions. Number 3. Keeping your paddle up is key. You should also consider the height that you hold your paddle when you are pickleball paddle ready. A trend among pro pickleball players is to lower the paddle height to about your belly button. Any shot above your paddle head will likely be out of bounds if you are holding your paddle at chest height. Since your opponent's shots are not traveling out of bounds, there is no need to move your paddle upward. By maintaining a ready position, you will be able to hit a variety of shots, depending on the way your opponent returns the ball. Parento advises players to always keep their paddle up between shots, anticipating a powerful shot. Rather than waiting for the slow shot, she recommends being ready for the fast shot. You should also keep your knees bent and feet moving so you're ready to lunge and run. Number 2. Avoid over-rotating and use a semi-closed stance. Now this is a tip for power serving. It's common for pickleball players to serve by pulling open with their non-paddle side, opening up their bodies to the court. In other words, they turn too much when playing pickleball. Pickleball serves on the side are more difficult to control and remain consistent if you rotate too much on your backswing or follow through. It's important not to over-rotate your shoulders or feet during your backswing, as this may result in an inconsistent pickleball serve and unnecessary unforced errors. The semi-closed stance is one in which the cross-court service box is partially open and partly closed. In addition to preventing excessive backswings that cause over-rotation, a semi-closed stance allows you to maintain a relatively tight relationship between your pickleball paddle and the pickleball itself. You can also use your wrist to generate more spin and speed by turning it forward when you touch the ball. You can use this technique to make your serve more powerful, which means your opponent will have a harder time returning. Turn your wrist forward as you contact the ball to generate more spin and speed. In this case, the receiver will have trouble reaching or hitting the serve once it lands. Number 1. The less the better. The first chance you get, you might be compelled to smash the ball, but McGuffin warns against this strategy. In his advice to new pickleball players, he suggests rushing the game and instead making more careful movements on the court. Less is more, and the less there is to go wrong, the better. It may be more beneficial to keep the ball in play and try to outlast your opponent than to attempt an overhead shot when you're learning the rules. He also recommends newcomers take it slow. For beginners, what McGuffin recommends is to play slowly and steadily. New players tend to want to rush the game, he adds. It's important to be in the right position before your opponent makes contact with the ball, he always reminds. At this point, being in the right position allows you to track your opponent's shot and return it effectively. So which of these power tips will you incorporate in your game? Tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to like this video and share it with your fellow picklers. Also, if you love pickleball, then make sure to watch this next video on our channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.